This is an epic day in the history of the United States of America, a massive, massive agenda item of the 47th President of the United States passed in the House of Representatives. The one big, beautiful bill has passed. President Trump took to Truth Social earlier saying this is arguably the most significant piece of legislation that will ever be signed in the history of our country. The bill includes massive tax cuts, no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, tax deductions when you purchase an American-made vehicle, along with strong border security measures, pay raises for our ICE and Border Patrol agents, funding for the Golden Dome, Trump savings accounts for newborn babies, and much, much more. Funding, look, is a great work by Mike Johnson, the House leadership. And look, I echo what President Trump said. Thank you to every Republican, including the Ralph Normans of the Republican Party, who voted yes on this historic bill. Took a lot of guts, because a lot of these guys, especially the Freedom Caucus, they were saying, nope, not going to budge. And they did what was right for this country. And it's not perfect, far be it. Yesterday, I talked about some of the sharp-elbowed people who I really like and listen to. Tara from WORD, the morning host on 98.9 WORD. Very critical of the bill. These are principled people. You know, the word grandstanding was being used a lot, and I don't like to use that word over this issue. I don't think Ralph Norman is grandstanding. I don't think Tara is grandstanding. There are legitimate concerns about deficit spending in this country. We spend too much, and we're saddling our grandkids and our great-grandkids with unfathomable debt. I get it, but we got to start somewhere. You got to deal with what you have. You have to play the hand you got. We don't have a solid majority in the House or the Senate. We got a slim majority. There's a lot of pragmatic obstacles to getting everything we want. We're not going to get everything we want. Don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. And I admire people like Ralph Norman. Heck, to some degree, I admire Thomas Massie. He says no to everything, but follow his arguments. His arguments aren't without merit. Now, he tends to say no on everything. He votes against everything that Trump is trying to advance, and I don't like that because at some point, you have to put your trust in the guy you elected to get it done. President Trump said, now it's time for our friends in the U.S. Senate to get to work and send this bill to my desk as soon as possible. There is no time to waste. The Democrats have lost control of themselves and are aimlessly wandering around, showing no confidence, grit, or determination. They have forgotten their landslide loss in the presidential election and are warped in the past, hoping someday to revive open borders for the world's criminals to be able to pour into our country, men to be able to play in women's sports. They don't realize that this is over. The door is closed. The past is the past. Let's not give the Democrats the victory they desperately want and need. It's great news. This is terrific, terrific news. Incidentally, a lot of people are texting me on the MyPillow text line about the promise of no tax on Social Security. And as I understand it, and we've been doing some searching on this, you can't pass that as part of reconciliation. So it's a little wonky, it's a little bit in the weeds here, but the no tax on Social Security cannot pass by way of reconciliation. It has to be a standalone bill, and it is expected that the Trump administration is going to do everything it can to get the no tax on Social Security pledge fulfilled.
Breaking now on the Mike Gallagher Show.
It's a busy day for Roger P. Schulman, our newsman extraordinaire, who joins us now from the newsroom. Of course, Roger, we've got big news about the big, beautiful bill, but also, I guess, reports of a plane crash, right?
Another plane crash. This was a Cessna 550. That is a twin-engine light jet. It crashed into a neighborhood in San Diego, California, in the Sculpin Street, Santo Road area. It's a military homes area. It impacted one home, destroyed it, a number of vehicles, and about 15 other homes were impacted too. Now, they say nobody was hurt on the ground, surprisingly, but they don't know how many people were on that plane. All are expected to be dead because that plane was just destroyed when it crashed into one of the homes and burned furiously. This happened at 3:47 local time in California. And this is the San Diego area. They say it was kind of foggy this morning as that plane was coming in for a landing and suddenly crashed into a bunch of homes. Once again, that is a light twin-engine private jet that crashed in San Diego. This adds to a string of crashes that we've had lately that have had the American traveling public on edge, as we've had a number of incidents that have been quite frightening and disturbing, Mike.
Not good, but also we've all been on edge about this big, beautiful bill. We're great news that while most of us were sleeping, the House got their act together and passed it 215 to 214. This budget, I note with great interest, will finally defund the Democrat mega donor Planned Parenthood. There's a lot of things in there that are certainly concerning about the deficit and about spending, but also a whole lot of items on Trump's big, beautiful bill that are sure to satisfy a lot of Americans.
Well, American families, farmers, and small businesses are going to see most of the advantages of this. This is going to be a surge in our economy that a lot of people really didn't see coming if they haven't been paying attention. This has tremendous implications. Everybody's talking about the negative effects. It doesn't do enough for the deficit and things of that nature. But as a first huge step, the big, beautiful bill is going to make all the difference in the world. And I think we're going to see the stock market surge. Businesses are going to be more confident in investing. And I see nothing but good things coming over the next few weeks from this. This is going to be a renaissance of America that I think people are going to really enjoy and really be surprised at its effects.
The golden era is upon us. Thanks, Roger.
Yes.
Roger P. Schulman checking in from our newsroom. Trump's big, beautiful bill passed the House of Representatives. Significant win for President Trump, for Speaker Johnson. The bill passed 215 to 214 with just two Republicans, Thomas Massey, Congressman from Kentucky, and Warren Davidson, Republican Congressman from Ohio. They both voted against it. They joined all the Democrats who voted against the bill as well. The House Freedom House Freedom Caucus Chair Andy Harris, the Republican from Maryland, simply voted present.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.